What the Biden administration may mean for employers across the United States. So only 3 days into the start of his term, President Biden was busy at work signing executive orders and issuing plans that have wide implications for employers across the United States. First, he directed OSHA, federal OSHA, to develop some new guidelines, potentially come out with some emergency temporary standards, they're referred to as ETS, for employers on how to comply with and best practices in the workplace to deal with COVID-19. The administration has called for OSHA to review that to see if they're necessary, and if they are, to start working on those. We should know within a short period of time whether OSHA is going to be issuing those ETS, and if they are going to issue them, they have to issue them no later than March 15th, 2021. Also, there's plans to establish a safety standards certification program. So the Biden administration released a 200-page plan called the National Strategy for the COVID Response and Pandemic Preparedness. And there was hidden in this plan, but there was some talk about having a self-certification program that employers could self-certify that they've complied with regulations probably set forth by OSHA, and then they would have a placard that they could put in their window that they've complied with those regulations. So this is something new. Haven't heard a whole lot about it. I saw that in this 200-page document, and wanted to raise that for employers, that we could see something like that across the U.S. here if that gets any support going forward. Also, the Biden administration is calling for extended paid leave. The Families First Coronavirus Response Act, the FFCRA, on the federal level as a federal law, expired December 31st, 2020. And the Biden administration is calling to extend that into at least September 30th, 2021. So again, it's just a call at this point to extend that. It's not, it hasn't become law, but it's going to be pushed by the Biden administration. So employers need to pay attention to that as well. And then, as most of you have probably heard in the news, there's a push to extend the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour, and that's working its way through the House and Senate right now. There looks like there could be some opposition from smaller states or less populous states, senators even on the Democratic side, for that increase to $15 an hour. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But here today, it's February 4th. We'll likely know about that within a week or two, whether that's got the support to get through the House and Senate. Finally, the Biden administration's National Strategy for the COVID-19 Response and Pandemic Preparedness also calls for help from the federal government to support small businesses with the cost of PPE as they're reopening. So those are just a few of the issues that President Biden has been proposing, and employers across the United States need to pay attention to see what developments make it into law and how this may play out here in the near future. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and thanks for watching.